The Congress trying to downplay the Mangaluru terror attack, raising questions on why Sharik is even labelled a terrorist. It's a big controversy as pictures of Nithyananda Aide at a Diwali party in UK now surface. Republic is asking why legitimize a rape accused.
तो कोई कहा कि इनको मिलना चाहिए कंपल्सन के बाद जो शराब पिएगा वो तो मरेगा ही.
Just a day after temper tantrum in the assembly, the Bihar chief minister now blames the victims and he says if you drink, you will die. It is Amman government's free run for pro-Khalistani Amritpal and his aides. Watch how they vandalize in Jalandhar.
मैं देख रहा हूँ शुरू से एंड मैं देख रहा हूँ कि किस तरीके से पंजाब हमारा खराब हुआ और मैं दोबारा नहीं चाहता.
Captain Amrinder Singh warns things could go out of hand in Punjab. He says do not want a repeat of Bhindrewala. And India gets his edge over the enemy, sending out a big message as the Agni 5 missile with a capability of 5,000 kilometers is test fired. A very good evening. Thank you for staying with us on Republic. The show's called The Burning Question and I'm Deepthi Sachdeva. We are putting our focus on a state called Bihar. You know, it's not very often that you talk about Bihar. Bihar is often in news because of wrong reasons. But today, remember, is a big news story that's coming out of Bihar. It's a story of a chief minister who does not want to be asked questions. It's a story of a chief minister who does not believe he's accountable for a policy that he drafted way back in 2016 about prohibition. And all this, ladies and gentlemen, after 40 people have lost their lives. And the chief minister says, piyoge to maroge. Listen.
तो जितना जहरीली शराब और जानते ही हैं कि लोगों को सचेत रहना चाहिए. यहाँ तो शराब बंदी है तो कुछ गड़बड़ तो बेचेगा ही तो लोगों की मौत हो जाती है. तो इसको याद रखना चाहिए कि शराब नहीं पीना है. शराब बड़ी बुरी चीज है लेकिन फिर भी कोई पी लेता है. आदमी को क्या कीजिएगा, कुछ तो ऐसी गलती करता ही है.
So what really is happening in Bihar? Remember, Nitish Kumar says, piyoge to maroge. Let's get the first response from the BJP. I want to say good evening to Ravi Shankar Prasad, who's a senior leader of the BJP, a former union minister, and who's spoken very vociferously on the entire issue. Sir, good evening, and thank you for speaking to us on Republic. Now, you and Nitish Kumar are good friends, good political friends. What has gone wrong with him? Why is he behaving like this?
First of all, let me tell you, I am literally ashamed over his conduct inside the Vidhan Sabha, whose clipping you showed. The Chief Minister, the leader of the House, serious questions will be asked from him when so many people, 40 plus, have died. And you will shout them out. You will speak in a manner which doesn't behove your stature. You are a Chief Minister for more than 17 years. You have been a senior minister in Mr. Bajpayee government. You have been a union minister. Nitish Babu, क्या हो गया आपको? What kind of shameful, insensitive conduct you are showing? You know, the larger issue is basically 2-3. You impose prohibition. Many of us supported it. Good. But the problem is implementation. Lakhs of people have been arrested. Every alternate month, people keep on dying with impunity on the consumption of spurious and poisonous liquor. What is your police doing? Are they in cahoots with them? Or you are helpless in controlling them? That's the point I'm trying to highlight. And his new company of the new party, can we deny that many of these elements has had patronage of the elements supportive of the ruling dispensation at some point in time, be it the Balu Mafia or the Sharab Mafia. Therefore, if this is your top priority and people keep on dying with alarming regularity and you show such insensitivity, almost shouting inside the house, and you're a senior leader, that is pathetic, that is shameful and condemnable.
Now, Ravi Shankar Prasad ji, you make a lot of important points, and this is exactly what a lot of our viewers today are wondering. At one point, you had Nitish Kumar, the face of Sushasan in Bihar. The BJP has been with Nitish Kumar for a long time, and like you said, you've even supported his prohibition policy, something that came into effect starting 2016. Now, going ahead, Nitish Kumar has a plan. He's aiming for Delhi. Do you believe he is distracted right now? He is least interested in governance matters of Bihar, the reason why he is behaving like this?
First of all, with his new political company, you better forget about good governance. Okay? And I repeat with full sense of responsibility. Kindly identify the big ministers who are ministers and their background. So therefore, forget about good governance. But Nitish Babu is going to make Mr. Tejasvi Yadav the chief minister. What will happen? Forget about it. But Nitish Kumar, there is no vacancy in Delhi as far as PMship is concerned. People of the country are committed to elect Modi ji again as the Prime Minister, NDA BJP in 2024. And what kind of elusive unity he is propagating to achieve? Or he has a hidden ambition to become the Prime Minister? Then say so. But first, kindly correct the backyard of Bihar. The entire element of Sushashan is finished. And the larger point again I'm highlighting is, his prohibition is the topmost priority. Entire police force is involved in checking that. The law and order, the overpowering fear, daily murder, loot, rangdari is going with impunity. Your channel has also taken up in a big way the issue of the role of PFI. Bihar is becoming the center of the operation of PFI. You know it very well. From Darbhanga to Mithilanchal to Patna. To beat anti-national activities, beat other things are there for us to see. But your top priority of prohibition has become a killing minefield. That is the current state of lawlessness in Bihar, which Mr. Nitish Kumar says, Sushashan ki sarkar. That is pathetic, to say the least.
Interesting. And the way you candidly said there is no vacancy in Delhi for the top post in 2024. Ravi Shankar Prasad ji, the JDU on the other hand says that because, you've seen a divorce between the JDU and the BJP, the reason why the BJP is going all out after Nitish, you are targeting him because the BJP is running scared of Nitish is what the JDU says.
There was a by-election in Gopalganj. RJD lost. There was a by-election in Kudhanni. The JDU lost. They won Mokama because of the muscle power of the local candidate. Okay? But the point is, what JDU wants? Asks us to keep quiet in spite of people getting killed, police inaction, police's collusion. What should we do? Tell me. That's the point I'm trying to highlight. Therefore, even otherwise, let me tell you, JDU is increasingly emerging as a sinking ship with Mr. Nitish Kumar keenness to project Mr. Tejasvi Yadav as the next chief minister shortly and trying to have a illusory coalition of anti-Modi forces. I would like to gently remind him today that the days of Deve Gowda ji and Gujral ji is gone. People of India want stability, good governance, which Narendra Modi ji has shown. And what is your benchmark? You are showing today. Therefore, you don't keep Bihar out of the focus of your news, as you said in the very beginning. Keep it very much in the focus and show the bad governance of Nitish Kumar, making him completely ineligible to even talk about a good alternative.
Those are very strong comments, and you know, you're known, sir, for speaking your mind. You're calling the JDU a sinking ship. One last question, sir, before I let you go. There is, you know, in Bihar, and you know this better than most of us, that there is a group in the BJP itself that is with Nitish. Like there is a Nitish ka BJP, and then there is the BJP. How do you deal with all that? And somewhere do you believe today that this entire lobby, you know, there are a lot of friends that Nitish Kumar has in the BJP itself, and many in that lobby believe that prohibition itself is a policy that the BJP has supported. So when you're in par with Nitish Kumar, prohibition is fine. But when you're not in par with Nitish Kumar, prohibition becomes a problem.
Let me clarify first. Yes, we have come closer with Mr. Nitish Kumar. When, in what context? Against the misrule of Lalu Prasad and corruption. You must have heard the fodder scam. I was the lawyer who argued the PIL in Patna High Court for CBI inquiry. Even Samta Party of Nitish Kumar erstwhile also came in support. We formed the government. He was the chief minister. We had a good governance for a large number of years. Then Nitish Kumar left us because he didn't support or approve of Narendra Modi ji. He went with Lalu Prasad again in the year 2016. That whole scheme came out. Yes, on principle we supported prohibition. But prohibition has to be implemented properly, or prohibition has to be violated in a manner with the collusion of the police forces and inaction of the government of Nitish Kumar. That's the point. The issue is not of policy, the issue of implementing a policy. Gross failure, complete inaction, and an arrogant Nitish Kumar shouting at people who at any point in time even ask Vimut a question. There is no pro-Nitish BJP or anti-Nitish BJP. It is a BJP. And a conscious decision was taken that Nitish Kumar has left us on his own. We said namaste, goodbye for good. Today, Nitish Kumar is trying to become the alternative of Modi ji. Not even a single worker of BJP is pro-Nitish. Be very clear about it.
Is Nitish Kumar welcome back in the BJP in case he wants to change his mind? Will you be friends again?
Well, Nitish Kumar going from this narrative to other narrative is well known. Okay? But now the chapter stands closed for good. Let's make it very clear to you. And this is theatre of the absurd is being played. Nitish Kumar is losing his grip every day. He knows for sure that the kind of political course he has charted for himself is going to make him very jittery. They understand that. And I know the people of Bihar are very angry as to what is happening. Therefore, you wait for the result. We'll sweep 2024 elections of Lok Sabha and be also very clear in the year 2025 when the Vidhan Sabha election will be held, you will have a BJP government headed by a BJP chief minister in Bihar.
Interesting times ahead. Interesting times ahead, sir. Always a pleasure speaking to you. The former Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad, not mincing his words. Thank you for your time. He makes it very, very clear there is no vacancy in Delhi for the top post. And not just that, he says the JDU is a sinking ship. Let me now open this to our entire panel of guests. We'll just see them on our screens in a bit. And I say good evening to Dr. Dhananjay Giri, spokesperson of the BJP in Bihar. Manish Bariyar, who's a political analyst on the broadcast, also from Patna. Akhtarul Islam Shaheen, who's a deputy whip in the Bihar Assembly. He's also an MLA of the RJD. And Dr. Suman Siraman, political analyst, also on our panel. And first up, I not just want to say good evening, but thank you for your patience as we were speaking to the former Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad ji there. Let me begin with Akhtarul Islam Shaheen. Shaheen साहब, मुझे ये बताइए कि नीतीश कुमार ये कहते हैं कि बिहार में जो पिएगा वो तो मरेगा ही. तो फिर नीतीश कुमार यानी मुख्यमंत्री की क्या रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है?
नहीं, देखिए, किसी भी राज्य में जहां पर मतलब प्रतिबंध हो या ना हो शराब, अवैध निर्माण करने वाले निर्माण करते हैं और उस अवैध जो शराब का निर्माण होता है, जो इलीगल तरीके से होता है, उसको लोग पीते हैं। बिहार में शराब बंदी है, उसके बावजूद अवैध निर्माण करके उसको बेचा जाता है, कुछ लोग उसको पीते हैं, कुछ लोगों की मौत होती है। तो फिर ये कहाँ नहीं हो रहा है, ये कहाँ नहीं हो रहा है? अभी अभी हमने बताया कि अभी भारत सरकार ने पार्लियामेंट में बताया है कि 6000 से ज्यादा लोगों की जहरीली शराब से मौत हुई है इस देश में पिछले 4-5 वर्षों में। सबसे ज्यादा मध्य प्रदेश में हुआ है, ये 1200 से ज्यादा लोग मध्य प्रदेश में जहरीली शराब पीकर मरे, पंजाब में मरे, कर्नाटक में 1000 लोग मरे, हरियाणा में लगभग 500 लोगों की मौत हुई। यहाँ तक कि गुजरात जहाँ शराब बंदी है वहां पे अभी पिछले जून जुलाई में
शाहीन साहब, बिहार का आंकड़ा है आपके पास या मैं आपको आंकड़ा दूं?
भाजपा शासित राज्यों की तुलना में बिहार में कम शराब, जहरीली शराब से या इससे मौत हुई है। बहुत कम आंकड़ा है जो भारत सरकार के एनसीआरबी का आंकड़ा है, भारत सरकार के गृह मंत्रालय का आंकड़ा है। बिहार में चंद लोगों की मौत हुई है।
हर जिंदगी इंपॉर्टेंट है, हर जिंदगी इंपॉर्टेंट है। और मुझे आज आपके इस रिस्पॉन्स को सुनकर मतलब मुझे शर्म आ रही है कि एक ऐसी सरकार जो नीतीश कुमार वहां पर लीड करते हैं बिहार में। एंड व्हाई डोंट वी गेट इन डॉक्टर धनंजय गिरी ऑन दिस? यू नो मिस्टर गिरी, नीतीश कुमार सेज ही इज अ सुशासन बाबू। उन्होंने ये किया, उन्होंने वो किया। ही वांट्स टू सी हिमसेल्फ in New Delhi at the Prime Minister's chair in 2024 and यहाँ पर उनके सहयोगी ये कह रहे हैं कि मौतें तो सामान्य हैं, कम ज्यादा होती रहती हैं। गिरी साहब,
See, this is the actual situation of Bihar. A pathetic situation of Bihar, which Bihar is facing. The failure of administration of Nitish Kumar and insincerity of the Nitish Kumar. What a grim situation in Bihar. People are in blue mood and Nitish is in pink mood. Nitish is trying to set up the Saran-Hooch tragedy as an example. He says if someone consumes liquor, he'll die. See, 39 people passed away and many more are struggling for lives in hospitals. It is not sensitive issue for Nitish Kumar. Nitish has been a psychoanalytical issue. Bihar feels his incompetence, smell bad about his mind and whips on his incompetence situation. Really, incompetence is the crisis here. Real crisis of Bihar is Nitish Kumar incompetence. Bihar decided to get rid out of which it's seen in by-election polls in Bihar. It is a critical part of Bihar. It is that pathetic situation, panic. Like in court problems, you see more than 5 lakh cases are filed in case.
But Dhananjay ji, you know, one point that you also miss, as I'll get in Sumant also here, is the point that this Nitish Kumar only was the face of your Gadbandhan when you had the BJP JDU government. He was the face of your Gadbandhan. So is it only because today Nitish is not with the BJP that you're running after him? Let me see what Sumant has to say about this. Sumant, you say you are a neutral political analyst. Today when you have a Nitish Kumar who says aap piyoge to maroge, the chief minister has zero accountability. His administration, his cops have no idea कि कहाँ पर spurious liquor बन रही है, and they can't catch the culprits. Do we need a chief minister like that?
Look, I think that this looks good for scoring political points, and what Nitish Kumar said today is extremely insensitive and unacceptable. The point is prohibition does not work. There are examples from not only in different states in India. What about the Botad Hooch tragedy which happened in July this year? 42 people died in Gujarat. How come we didn't have a debate on the responsibility of the Chief Minister of Gujarat and whether,
Sumant,
see,
we did.
my point.
Sumant, I'll remind you we did. I don't know which channel you were on, but we had a debate here. We had a debate. That's exactly what I'm saying today, that you as in, you cannot have people saying, because this has happened in a BJP ruled state, so we'll talk about it. This has happened in an opposition ruled state, so better not talk about it because it's normalized.
It is the policy which is flawed. Look, the policy is flawed. Prohibition.
So who's made that policy? Who's made that policy?
Work, period. I mean, it is a joke, both in Bihar and Gujarat, that liquor is available very, very easily. Everybody knows this. What is the point in, at least if there was no prohibition and the government was able to regulate the policy, there would be some level of impact on preventing such tragedies like this. The number of
But
liquor
Sumant,
hoops
who's made the
tragedies in
policy?
states which do
Sumant,
not have
my
prohibition.
simple question, who's made this prohibition policy in Bihar?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. I lost the audio for a while. What did you say?
I'm saying whose brainchild is this prohibition policy in the state of Bihar?
Now, as far as I know, in 2016, it was announced by Mr. Nitish Kumar. Subsequently, the BJP has been in alliance with Mr. Nitish Kumar. What exactly is the problem for the BJP in talking to Mr. Nitish Kumar and telling him, look, this policy doesn't work, please end it? So I think that, look, there is a certain level of complicity of all political parties. And now, of course, it's easy because Mr. Nitish Kumar is on the other side. So let's point the guns at him and let's make him responsible for this. But let's face it, the BJP, the RJD, the JDU, all these Congress, all these parties are equally complicit. A policy cannot sustain if multiple political parties do not offer their silent, at least silent support to this policy.
You know,
Prohibition does
Sumant,
not
when it's
work.
the election
Full stop.
season, no? When it is the election season, you have the same parties, that will go to town with this prohibition policy. And before I come to you, Manish, only with your permission, I want to ask one little question, 30 seconds if you allow me, to Shaheen Saab. Shaheen Saab, मुझे ये बताइए ना, RJD क्या prohibition के पक्ष में है? नीतीश कुमार ये कहते हैं कि 2025 में तेजस्वी यादव महागठबंधन के नेता होंगे। क्या तब भी महागठबंधन प्रोहिबिशन जारी रखेगा? आप मुझे सिर्फ हाँ या ना बोलिएगा।
देखिए, ये बिहार में शराबबंदी जो लागू हुआ है वो नीतीश कुमार जी का देन नहीं है, बल्कि तमाम पार्टी के लोग, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोग, राजद के लोग, कांग्रेस के लोग, तमाम लोगों ने मिलजुल कर यह फैसला किया कि शराब एक बुरी चीज है, इसको शराब का प्रतिबंध लगना चाहिए और इसके कारण बहुत सारी घटनाएं, दुर्घटनाएं हो रही है। और सब मिला जुला करके यह निर्णय है।
यानी कि आरजेडी प्रोहिबिशन को सपोर्ट करती है।
बिल्कुल सपोर्ट करते हैं।
कल अगर नीतीश कुमार मुख्यमंत्री नहीं रहते बिहार के तो आरजेडी प्रोहिबिशन को जारी रखेगी।
ये देखिए, हम लोगों ने मिलजुल कर यह फैसला किया है और मिलजुल कर ही यह फैसला हम लोगों का है और तमाम दल के लोग, सत्ता पक्ष हो या विपक्ष हो, भाजपा हो या तमाम लोगों ने आगे बढ़ के, अगर निर्णय बदलना होगा तो तमाम दल के लोग बैठ करके भविष्य में ऐसी स्थिति बनती है तो तमाम दल के लोग बैठ कर निर्णय लेंगे।
नेताओं की बात कितनी सुनी है, लेकिन शाहीन साहब ऐसे कई बयान हैं आरजेडी के, जब आप नीतीश कुमार के साथ नहीं थे आपने खुद इस पूरी शराबबंदी पर कई सवाल उठाए थे, आपने इसके इम्प्लीमेंटेशन पर सवाल उठाए थे। आप क्योंकि आज उनके साथ है आपको नीतीश को डिफेंड करना पड़ रहा है और यही पॉलिटिक्स होता है, यही पॉलिटिक्स होता है, किसी जान की कोई कीमत नहीं होती है। एंड दैट इज द बिगेस्ट प्रॉब्लम मनीष, एंड अपॉलॉजीज आई एम कमिंग टू यू लास्ट ईयर। एक सेकंड शाहीन साहब, मनीष जी ने बोला नहीं अभी तक, उनकी बात सुनते हैं फिर मैं आती हूँ आपके पास। मनीष।
Deepti ji, so good evening to all of you. So I will give you a bit of perspective about what's actually happening in Bihar and its impact. So there are a few things I would like to share. There is a Pasi Samaj, which is they sell tadi, and former Union Minister RCP Singh has been pinpointing this. There are lakhs of people of that, they have lost jobs, and only because of this flawed policy. As Anandji was also talking, it has not been successful anywhere. It was not possible for a government of Bihar to really implement it successfully. It was impossible. Anyway, the government was not so effective. So it was not happening. That is one. So you have, employability issue at a level, and there are, these people are scheduled caste, scheduled tribe people, right? Dalit people. So the government says we want to do a lot of things for Dalit. It is completely anti-Dalit policy, and which Mr. RCP Singh has been highlighting a lot. Second, there are lakhs of Dalit people.
Manish ji, now you're calling this anti-Dalit, but if I may intervene, when you had the BJP plus the JDU government in Bihar, why didn't you stand up then and say this is anti-Dalit? Why didn't you not tell Nitish Kumar, we will not support you on this policy?
See, I will tell you, there are so many. I was in JDU at that time, and internally we had raised so many times, but he's not ready to listen. He's not ready to listen to anyone. So he is in his own world, right? Okay. I don't know how he has been convinced that maybe he's a social messiah or someone, but let me tell you that lakhs of people are in jail, poor people, and most of these people are unfortunately Dalits who and they are uneducated people who do not understand the nitty-gritties of draconian law which has happened, and they do not have lawyers. So it's a mass crisis in Bihar, which people are not in, those who are not. So you cannot compare this prohibition with any prohibition in the history of India as well as anywhere in the world. There's no prohibition which is as draconian as this. They don't have lawyers. So they are, in fact, they are in jails for months. Supreme Court has come, in fact, Honorable Chief Justice of India in 2022 October, he has criticized this policy and he's saying it's a very bad policy. The entire government, so this is not a normal prohibition, this is draconian. So the entire government is after it, the entire administration, police, they are not doing their real work. They are after implementing a flawed policy. There is so much of collusion between
Manish ji, I would have appreciated all this coming from the BJP when they were in power. The reason why today you have the JDU saying that because, you know, the BJP is no longer with Nitish, you're raising these questions. I'm running out of time, but I just want to ask the last question and give 30 seconds to Shaheen Saab. Shaheen साहब मुझे ये बताइए कि 40 लोगों की बिहार में इस ट्रेजेडी में मौत हो गई है। उनके परिवार वाले ये जानना चाहते हैं कि कौन जिम्मेदार है। आप क्या कहेंगे?
जिम्मेदार तो देखिए, कोई भी जहर पी के मरता है तो जिम्मेदार खुद होता है। आप समझे? हम तो बिहार सरकार ये कह रही है कि शराब एक जहर है, इसका उपयोग नहीं होना चाहिए, हम इसको प्रतिबंध करते हैं, इससे नुकसान है, इससे मौत हो सकती है। हम तो इलाज कर रहे हैं, हम तो प्रतिबंध लगा दिया।
हमने तो क्या कर रहे हैं? आप क्या बोल रहे हैं?
Sorry, it is your duty to have prevented toxic liquor from being available. And it's shocked, sir, if you say that खुद जिम्मेदार है।
देश की जहर खाएंगे तो खुद ही मरेंगे। Exactly what Nitish Kumar has said.
अब हथियार पे सुनिए,
आप
हथियार पे प्रतिबंध है,
that this is an insensitive chief minister.
आप घर में एक्सक्लूसिव रख करके उड़ जा रहे हो।
साहब, इलेक्शन बहुत दूर नहीं है। अभी जो बाईपोल्स हुए थे, आपने उसके नतीजे देखे हैं। बीजेपी आपसे सवाल पूछेगी और लोग भी पूछ रहे हैं कि 40 लोग मर जाते हैं, आप कहते हैं वो खुद ही जिम्मेदार है।
हमने भाजपा के सीट पे भाजपा को हराया है बोछा में, हमने मुजफ्फरपुर बोछा में भाजपा के सीट पे हराया है, हमने मोकामा में हराया है, हमने गोपालगंज में भी उनको टक्कर दिया। इससे कोई
अरे आप अपनी राजनीति बाद में खेलिएगा सर। सिर्फ 40 लोगों की मौत के लिए क्या कोई जिम्मेदार है? किसी पर केस होगा, किसी को सजा मिलेगी?
आप इस बात को समझिए, ये बात सही है, ये दुखद घटना है, इसके लिए जो प्रशासनिक अधिकारी हैं उन पे भी कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए। जो लोग सख्ती से कार्रवाई नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, ये सब बातें अपनी जगह पर है, लेकिन भारतीय जनता पार्टी यह बताए क्या इससे पहले मौतें नहीं हुई है? 4 साल से भाजपा क्या कर रही थी? सत्ता में बैठी थी, लोग मर रहे थे, कभी आवाज उठाया भाजपा ने? कभी आवाज उठाया? कभी इस कानून को वापस लेने की बात की? कभी कार्रवाई की बात की?
मेरे पास समय बिल्कुल खत्म हो गया है, वरना मैं आपसे ये सीधा सवाल पूछती कि आप सोचिए कि इसमें किसी नेता का कोई फैमिली होती। ये तो गरीब लोग हैं, तो आपको लगता है कि इनकी लाइफ की कोई वैल्यू नहीं है, इनकी वैल्यू 0 है, और इसलिए आप टीवी चैनल पर आकर और आपके मुख्यमंत्री इस तरह का बयान दे सकते हैं। Only for word of time, only for word of time, Shaheen Saab. I'm leaving the story here, but we will continue to ask that question. Thank you all of you for joining us. I will now hand it over to Shavan, who's taking this edition of the burning question ahead.
Well, thank you very much, Deepthi. Tonight, we get you a Republic super exclusive. A fresh controversy over Nithyananda. Who is Nithyananda? A rape accused, a fugitive of Indian law. But look at what is happening right now. Nithyananda is essentially looking for some sort of a global legitimacy. And the United Kingdom essentially has rolled out the red carpet for rape accused Nithyananda. It now appears that he has sent his representative to a Diwali party in the United Kingdom. There was in fact an invitation to the whole event. The question is, why exactly is he getting the legitimacy? And not just that. Nithyananda essentially says that he started what he calls the Kailasa, and the fact that he is being persecuted in India, and that is the reason why he sought for a political asylum. The question is, should the global community really allow this to happen? Multiple cases have come up. In fact, in the investigation that's now been done by Republic TV, there's a clear indication of the fact that several of those who were at Nithyanand's ashram in Bengaluru have now come out in the open saying that they were sexually assaulted. Here is a Republic super exclusive. Take a look at this report and then we debate.
What really is the controversy erupted around Nithyanand once again there in London, where in the House of Chomley, in the House of Lords, there's a room where in fact this get-together had been organized by an organization called the HFB, in which the members of the parliament, Bob Blackman and Lord Remy Ranger, in fact had also been present, and they were also mingling with the Kailasha Foundation corporate heads and also several other representatives of the Nithyanand Foundation who had been seen at this particular official gathering where the members of the parliament had been there, and the political fraternity of London in fact had also been there at this get-together, and not just attending it, but the Kailasha Foundation, as Republic investigation had found out, had not just attended the event but had also sponsored this particular event and had carried out a one full-page ad in the brochure as well of this entire event that had been organized, along with the members of the parliament, Bob Blackman and Lord Remy Ranger as well, who had been the sponsors of this particular event. And that is why the entire controversy of how the Kailasha Foundation and Nithyanand by that extension is trying to find legitimacy at a global platform by attending these kind of events, by sponsoring these kind of events, even in the backdrop of how there are several victims that are still coming out, and Republic is getting their voices out, who are coming out and stating about the kind of horrific instances that had come to light in the Nithyananda ashram, how they had been sexually assaulted, how they had been swindled out of hundreds of thousands of pounds of cash as well. All of these allegations that have been disregarded by the HFB president, Tripti Patel, who in fact stated that we don't care about the FIRs, we only care about Nithyanand, and we are standing strong with Nithyanand, and that this is a charitable organization in London that carries out this kind of work. And that is exactly what the entire controversy is, where in the House of Lords, Kailasha Foundation representatives had been present and mingling with the political fraternity of London.
Joining us on the burning question tonight, Janardhan Sharma. He is the father of the victim. In fact, Brinda Adige is also joining us on this broadcast, and Dr. Subansi Raman. Mr. Sharma, I want to start by taking this question with you. It's a story that you would not find on any other network, given the fact that there are monetary benefits, especially what we have essentially seen today, that even in the United Kingdom, when there are advertisements that are being put out, and it's shameful to say the least, that a rape accused is given that platform, and no one essentially believes in raising that question. And the question here is also, Brinda Adige, if I can take that question, Janardhan Sharma, I think so in a short while would be joining us, so I'll take this question to you, Brinda Adige, that shouldn't the global community actually ban people like Nithyanand, who's been allowed a complete free run? And not just that, in the United Kingdom, I'm given to understand that he runs a full-fledged charity.
You're absolutely right. Nithyanand, all its associates, all the auxiliary bodies must be totally disbanded. They cannot be given any kind of space in any public platform. And yes, they must understand that no matter how powerful the connections are of his associates or devotees or whoever that might be, he is a rape accused. He is a accused person who has been fleeing from the law and the law enforcers. People are missing. Children are missing. Young women are missing. And the House of Lords, they should be ashamed that they are encouraging people like this, irrespective of what the donations might be. Don't you want to feel some shame? Take onus that these children, at least this person's children, are still missing, and he is a rape accused, wanted. He's wanted for rape, not only of women, but also of minors. And they are equally responsible if they have any kind of sitting and dining with these kind of aides of Nithyananda and his associates. Shameless, shameless.
Can I also bring
very true.
Can I also bring in Mr. Janardhan Sharma? Mr. Sharma, if you can just come in and also tell our viewers about the atrocities that have been committed inside that so-called ashram. And what is even more mind-boggling is the political class that allowed this to actually happen in the state of Karnataka. And questions need to be asked, irrespective of which political party. At the end of the day, we are talking about a man called Nithyananda who faces rape charges. And let's not forget the political connections at that point in time. But Mr. Sharma, I want you to tell our viewers what was really happening inside that ashram. And why is it that people essentially still have that kind of following or still believe that he is the God man who needs to be worshipped?
Yes. There are many things actually, the atrocities. One by one, I will list it out. First is that when the corona has affected, the ashram has not been raided. There is there are more than hundreds of people were there, but nothing has been done for the entire ashram. How they've allowed. Secondly, rape accused. He is not only rape accused in one incident. There are multiple incidents, multiple times. And unfortunately, he is still getting so much of support from different kind of parties all over the world. Thirdly, it is not my children actually alone missing. There are lot of children they are missing. And if you see the initially 2011 and 12, what is the Gurukul system, what is the enrollment, and versus 2019-20, what is the enrollment? You will get a shocking data. If you go through the data, you will be shocked. So many people are missing. So many people are actually given the sannyas, and today they don't know where are they. So I want the not only the other countries government, even in Indian government, we really need to do something immediately on this, because he is spoiling our nation in front of the world, and he is asking the rescue. Not only he is asking the refugee status, he is also asking very cleverly that he is telling he is not able to practice Hinduism in India. And he has given the UN Council one important note telling that he is not able to practice in India Hinduism. And he is also given the very clear document evidence to UN Council against RSS, against Bajrang Dal, against BHP. I don't know how this kind of a document can be submitted to the UN Council, and we are keeping no mum on that. I really don't know how the Karnataka government is supporting. I don't know.
At multiple fronts, Mr. Sharma, at multiple levels, Mr. Sharma, I think so, we have essentially failed. Suman Siraman, I want to bring in the media angle also. The reason why I'm taking this from what Mr. Sharma had to say, that on the one hand, a representation is made before the United Nations. On the other hand, if you take a look at it, barring Republic Media Network going into the bottom of it, finding out where exactly is this man, what kind of support he really enjoys, I really don't see even anyone in the media even talking about it. Forget about talking about it, discussing about it, not even reporting about it.
Okay, I think the fundamental question, rather than asking a question like should the representatives or organizations in the UK or the government be legitimizing this man, the logical question would be, why has the Indian government not been able to get this man back to India to face justice? That is the only question which matters. Look, I don't think even a fool would believe that the government does not know where he is. He is putting out videos on a weekly basis, in fact, even more frequently. He says he's putting out, his representatives are meeting with various government leaders in different countries of the world. And the Indian government does not know where the man is. They don't know where Kailasa is. There is a rumor that it is an island off the coast of Ecuador. How did he buy an island there? Where was the funding arranged from? I mean, this is a joke. I'm sorry, but it really is, to say that the Indian government does not know where the man is and does not, he is wanted for rape. right? He's a rape accused. And there has not been an iota of effort to bring him back to justice. And I find it appalling that we are talking about some UK organization legitimizing him, when for all practical purposes, the Indian government also seems to have legitimized him. I don't know how we are even not asking the fundamental question, why is this man not in custody
I
yet?
totally agree. I totally agree with you, Dr. Sumansi Raban. The question is not only about the UK organization, and it shouldn't be left to only that. The idea behind questioning this is only questioning the global legitimacy attempt. But having said that, there is a fair point that you raised, that shouldn't the Indian government really step in? Shouldn't? That's a very legitimate question. I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you, Dr. Sumansi Raban, that there is a legitimate question. I completely agree with you, and I want to take this to C. Rajashekaran, who's joining us. I'm given to understand, Mr. Rajashekaran, many still feel that there is nothing wrong. What Nithyananda is actually doing, there is nothing wrong. Not only should the government do some answering here, but at the end of the day, Nithyananda basically escapes from the country. As far as I know, there's no red corner notice that has been issued against him, despite charge sheets that have been already filed. So I don't see why exactly isn't the government really acting upon it. And as Sumansi Raman fairly points out, that perhaps the government should be acting on it. But C. Rajashekaran, a basic question. That question is that you still find a man like Nithyananda get the support. Some are giving him a clean sheet.
See, for your viewers throughout the globe, Nithyananda is innocent until proven guilty. When the trial is over, then only you can accuse him or you can claim that he is a offender or convict. But unless and until the matter is in the inquiry stage, going by the merits of this case,
it's not, Mr. Rajashekaran.
No, let me make the, allow me. See, there are allegations. I'm not denying the fact.
I'll give you 30 seconds because what you're saying is not correct. So I will not allow you to continue if you're factually incorrect. You're factually incorrect. You're factually incorrect.
See, I'll tell you,
You're factually incorrect. Brinda Adige wants to come in. Brinda Adige, I want you to respond. Mr. Rajashekaran, that's not correct. Mr. Rajashekaran, you want to continue with the debate with factual errors, and then that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable, Mr. Rajashekaran. You are saying that these are mere allegations. Are you really trying to say, forget about, you may make it even political, but the fact of the matter is that Brinda Adige, isn't it true that not only Indians, there are women from various countries? In fact, we've got multiple people coming across from countries like London, from countries like United Kingdom, from Australia, from France, who've now got in touch with Republic TV saying that, look here, this is what was done to me. Brinda Adige, are we to then say that, no, it's just mere allegation?
No,
it's almost like giving a clean sheet.
If it was mere allegations, why did he scoot away from the country? Why did he go absconding? Why is he now asking for asylum somewhere else? Tell him to come into the country and stand trial in the courts of India, not go outside over there and have somebody like you make statements. You also know that there are people who have gone missing inside that ashram. There are children who have gone missing, and there is no clue. And the ashram and all its aides and associates, they are so powerful, they are not allowing the state police, law enforcers to go inside and even have an inspection. And like you pointed out, there are not only Indians, but there are foreigners also who have been abused and assaulted.
Brinda Adige. Okay, Ms. Adige, sorry to interrupt you, but I just want to give just last 30 seconds to Rajashekaran. He's come in late. So, Mr. Rajashekaran, you've heard what Brinda Adige had to say. A quick response and then we end the debate.
See, there is always, there are multiple organizations, individuals, peoples, always speaking against religious leaders. For example, in Tamil Nadu, everybody speaks against Christians and the fathers. Now it is Nithyananda's turn. And you see Muslim clerics are being attacked. For so many other reasons. There is a political agenda to it. There is a political narrative to it. Everything has politics in it.
It's not about religion.
Let us go by the merits of the matter.
Mr. Rajshekharan, unfortunately, what has happened? Unfortunately, Mr. Rajshekharan, you're not getting the point here. The point here is not about any religious leader. Attaching a religion to this entire thing is absolutely blasphemous. Now, when you say that it's a religion that has got to do nothing. I'm simply talking about he's basically misusing the religion. He's misusing the religion. Religion is just in the garb of that. He's continuing with his activities. The question here is, as Subhansiri Raman was also pointing out, there are multiple questions that needs to be raised. The fact that the Indian government needs to act upon it, the fact that there are people who should end worshipping a man like Swami Nithyananda.
He's a devil.
Absolutely not, Mr. Rajshekharan. But thank you very much, Mr. Janardhan Sharma, Brinda Adige, Subhansiri Raman, and Mr. Rajshekharan. I'm sorry I had to end this abruptly. We're running short of time. But thank you very much. It's a story that we'll be tracking very closely. We'll be getting you more exclusive reports.
आपकी किचन और बाथरूम्स को चाहिए MYK लेटिक्रीट SP100 टाइल जॉइंट का ऑलराउंडर। MYK लेटिक्रीट SP100 जोड़ हो तो ऐसा।
Volkswagen Tiguan, India's safest SUVW. Volkswagen. It's party time with the Agio Big Bold Sale. 50 to 90% off on the world's biggest fashion brands. Download the app and shop now.
Here, gravity and physics don't call the shots, and sound travels slower than you. This is a different kind of place. That's why we're looking for different kind of people, for whom excellence is not a job, but a way of being, be it in the sky or on the ground. We are looking for an invincible team of invincible people. People who are a cut above.
Join the Indian Air Force to be a cut above.
Whenever I had ice cream or cold water, I would experience a sharp shooting sensation. So I just kept ignoring it. Even my hot chai was giving me the same amount of discomfort. My dentist recommended Sensodyne. So now I can be completely carefree and sip my hot cup of tea. It really works.
उठो, जागो, दौड़ो तुम, डायबिटीज को रोको तुम।
Get Beto's Diabetes Care Program with a free glucometer and expert advice. Give a missed call on 740 1100.
देखें कौन नया खिलाड़ी आया है। समझा देते हैं, प्यार से समझाएंगे। ये तो अपनी जुबान है।
जुबान एक हो तो दिल भी एक होने चाहिए। विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Hey Rahul, what's up?
Hey, kicked about our first date?
Of course.
Benefits up to rupees 30,000 only at the Citroën C3 Carnival. Book today.
पढ़ता है, खेलता है, झूलता, उछलता है, दौड़ता कभी-कभी दौड़ कर आता है। आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया, अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया।
Everyone looks at the world today. At Hyundai, we go beyond with experiences that take us forward. Innovations that are intuitive. At Hyundai, we are going beyond mobility, and you are welcome to join us.
India welcomes those who further India's pride across the globe. Indian diaspora, partners of New India's growth journey in Amrit Kaal. Come and be a part of the 17th Pravasi Bharati Divas from 8th to 10th January 2023 at Indore, Madhya Pradesh, India. For registration, log on to pbdindia.gov.in.
एक दिन मैं सोते सोते गिर गया और मुझे कुछ नहीं हुआ। पता है किसने किया? घोस्ट ने। मेरा दोस्त है। वो हर बार मुझे बचा लेता है। घोस्ट को कैसे पता मैं अंधेरे से डरता हूँ? मिलोगे?
अरे कोई घोस्ट नहीं, रोनी के पापा ही हैं जो उसे सेफ रखते हैं। जैसे हैवेल्स लाइफ शील्ड वायर्स जो दिखते नहीं पर घर को सेफ रखते हैं। ना आग पकड़े ना जहरीली गैस छोड़े। वायर्स दैट डोंट कैच फायर।
क्या हुआ रोहन, क्या सोच रहा है?
रिया पहली सैलरी मिली है, तुम भी कुछ आइडिया दो, एक्सपेंसेस को कैसे प्लान किया जाए।
रोहन, एक्सपेंसेस के साथ साथ इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान करना भी जरूरी है।
देखो, सैलरी का कुछ हिस्सा घर के रेगुलर खर्चे के लिए और कुछ मैं अपने लिए भी तो सोच सकता हूँ ना, लेकिन इन्वेस्ट कहाँ करूँ?
सिंपल है, एनपीएस में।
एनपीएस में? रिया अभी तो मैंने कमाना शुरू किया है, इतना आगे के लिए अभी से क्यों पैसे जोड़ूं?
वो देखो, एक एक करके ईंट जोड़ी जाती है, तब जाके एक घर तैयार होता है। वैसे ही अभी से पैसे जोड़कर हम भी अपना रिटायरमेंट सुखी बना सकते हैं।
बात में तो दम है।
एनपीएस कम लागत वाली फ्लेक्सिबल लॉन्ग टर्म योजना है, जिससे आपकी बचत ग्रो होकर पेंशन का लाभ देती है।
अच्छा, फिर तो मैं अभी अपना एनपीएस अकाउंट ओपन करता हूँ।
जो कल की सोचते हैं वो आज से ही थोड़ा थोड़ा जोड़ते हैं।
पेंशन है तो टेंशन नहीं। एनपीएस में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है।
जितना जहरीली शराब और जानते ही हैं कि लोगों को सचेत रहना चाहिए। यहाँ तो शराब बंदी है तो कुछ गड़बड़ तो बेचेगा ही, तो लोगों की मौत हो जाती है। तो इसको याद रखना चाहिए कि शराब नहीं पीना है, शराब बड़ी बुरी चीज है, लेकिन फिर भी कोई पी लेता है। आदमी को क्या कीजिएगा, कुछ तो ऐसी गलती करता ही है।
Amity faculty have filed over 1,700 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
Everyone looks at the world today. At Hyundai, we go beyond with experiences that take us forward. Inspired by our today, we design your tomorrow. Some said electric is the future. We said, why stop there? At Hyundai, we are going beyond mobility, and you are welcome to join us.
देखें, कौन नया खिलाड़ी आया है? समझा देते हैं, प्यार से समझाएंगे। ये तो अपनी जुबान है।
जुबान एक हो तो दिल भी एक होने चाहिए। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आइए नए उत्तर प्रदेश की क्षमता और असीमित अवसरों से सफलता की नई कहानी लिखें। यूपी ग्लोबल इन्वेस्टर्स समिट 10 से 12 फरवरी 2023। नए भारत के ग्रोथ इंजन उत्तर प्रदेश में निवेश करें।
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal, Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
Congress tries to downplay Mangaluru terror attack, raises questions on why Sharik is labelled a terrorist. Big controversy as picture of Nithyananda Aide at the Diwali party at UK surfaces. Republic asks why legitimize a rape accused.
Amity